It's been a slow week on the front line for educating children on the wily ways of LGBTQII-silent K Batman symbol. But before you can cry out to the heavens and shit yourself with woe, let's visit a video from last week in which Ollie pitches his idea for a new film along the lines of Frozen 2: The Gayening. So, stoke the fire, someone grab my slippers and gather round. It's motherfucking story time.
Once in a world without rain or sunshine.
Well, what do people eat then, Ollie? How does anything grow with no sun and no rain? Think it through, mate.
Lived a queen who was simply one of a kind. Her magic was grand. She had power of ice.
Yeah, no, I mean blatant rip-off of Storm from X-Men, but whatever.
And she lived in this castle with her beautiful wife.
So we have same-sex marriage laws in this place then, but still no fucking rain or sunshine. Oh yeah, way to prioritise your kingdom's issues. Yeah, well done.
Many gifts she would give. A daisy, a dove.
A fucking dove? That is going to melt so slowly. That is going to be torture for the poor thing. Every gift she hands over is going, please kill me. Fucking shit marriage when the best gift you can think of is the fucking Twitter logo.
Each one made of ice, each one for her love. Her love was so sweet, so kind and so true.
No tits though. I don't know what she sees in her. I love how this is a story for kids about a lesbian relationship, but we can't have even a hint of any tits. Not even 2 little lines, because that would be damaging.
Her name was Summer. She held magic too. A light found inside. This was her power. She could easily make almost anything flower.
She can make things flower. That's a shit fucking ability. Ice bitches, they're making fortresses and shit. What's this bitch got to offer? Even when it comes to pollination, she's relying far too much on the bees. And good luck with that when you're living with the fucking Ice Queen.
Together, their magic was like nothing before. Visibly different from their heads to the floor.
Yeah, okay, but they can't both have long hair, can they? If none of them have short hair, how do we know which one is dominant? Like, which one is the main lesbian, you know? At least one of them should have one side of their head shaved.
This duo so happy. For years they had stayed in their fortress together. But one day, they strayed.
Happy for fucking years, so they don't go out. Now they have gone out, which tells me there must have been a domestic and one of them stormed out of the castle. Either that or they were headed to the Women's March. If they're wearing pussy hats in the next frame, then we'll know.
They ventured on foot to a town that was near, but it was sadly a place with far too much fear.
Could have something to do with the 2 witches watching it from the hills. 2 glowing fucking witches, mind. That would freak anyone out.
Why do you come?
Sneered a man from the crowd.
Aren't you much happier, back on your cloud?
Good fucking point, man in the crowd. A crowd of 3 other people, but it's a small village. It's a small village.
Your magic isn't welcome here in our town. We think it all best if you turn around.
That's her reality being shattered right there. Either that or she just broke the glass ceiling despite being the fucking queen.
The comments were cruel, but did continue. Yet so did the queen. No, she wouldn't give in to loathing and hate.
What the fuck was that, Ollie? That was so disjointed. That would be like saying, I'm going to the pub for a pint of beer. Or, I spent all night touching myself. Fucking weird way of talking.
So she took a stand. She just walked with her wife and kept holding her hand.
So all of this is meant to be homophobia, isn't it? Not that they're fucking witches, or that they're wearing these colourful robes while surrounded by people who, quite frankly, look like shit. Or that these people are fucking starving because there's no sun and no rain. Another bleak harvest this year, kids, but let's all be nice to the lesbian queens who finally decided to come down from their fucking opulent palace of splendour to lord it over us. And why are some of them black when there's no sun? What purpose does that serve?
The people were angry. Or were they just scared?
Oh no, they look angry. And how is there no rain? Look at those fucking clouds!
They did not like this magic, or seeing it shared.
Look at that! We got a fucking storm brewing here! That should cheer people up a little bit.
Then all at once, the crowd did erupt. They could not be host to a magical love.
Is that the case though? I think you're reading a little too much into this, Ollie. These people have plenty of reason to be pissed. Just because these girls like to stick their finger in the dike doesn't mean the only resentment they'll get will be of a homophobic nature. They're fucking rich-ass witches, for fuck's sake.
For what about theirs? Their husbands, their wives? Surely their love would now not survive.
What? Why? Because of gays? You're just looking for problems now, Ollie, because what would be the point of this if people weren't homophobic, eh?
This group was so angry, none sure where to start. And so they began to tear love apart.
Evil! Evil straight people! The guy at the front has a goatee! Evil!
To the ends of the earth, or for us there'll be pain. We must keep them from seeing each other again.
Well, that seems a bit pointless, doesn't it? It's not gonna put food on the table, goatee. Dressed in all black too. He looks like a fucking theatre professor. Hence all the drama.
They didn't resist, or even fight back.
Well, that's their own fucking fault then. Ice Queen could have turned them into popsicles and the other one could have grown some pretty flowers. She is shit, isn't she? What a crap power, honestly.
The two kept their peace, despite the attack.
Oh, who's in charge of this gig? Hurry the fuck up! I'm sure you've got other things you could be doing other than dragging people away very fucking slowly.
Now, I must tell you, this tale ends not sweet, as sadly the pair,
Had a fetish for feet.
for years they did wander in search of the other, each leaving small gifts for their lost lover.
Right, well they're fucking miles off right now. One bitch is in the North fucking Pole and the other one's skipping through a fucking forest.
A snowflake, a tree, a lake made of ice.
You can't give someone a lake as a present. How are you gonna gift wrap it? And a tree? What a shit present. Happy birthday. I know you wanted Mass Effect Andromeda, but I got you this ficus. It's like a pet you can't cuddle. Shit gift.
But never they met. Well, not in this life.
Oh shit, we're bringing an afterlife into this. Don't worry, kids. Sure, there are gay people. Sure, there are people who hate them. But at the end of it, you get to die. Yay!
For once they had passed from this world to the next, their magical powers continued their quest.
Well, let's hope the next world has some fucking sunlight. By the sounds of it, these fucks were rocking around purgatory to add another level of confusion to it.
You may wonder why. Winter turns to spring. Well, it's simply just summer. She is still searching.
Oh yeah, nothing to do with the planet being on a tilted axis. We don't want the kids coming away from this with any kind of knowledge now, do we? What's that, Timmy? What are the seasons? Lesbian magic, mate. Now eat your peas.
And when she gets tired and lays down her head, her wife, the Ice Queen, then searches instead.
Oh, so all the little animals that freeze to death have these bitches to thank for that, do they? Fucking wonderful job, girls. Not at all selfish.
If only those people had not been so scared of a love that was slightly different to theirs.
Yeah, bit of an assumption though, isn't it? Heterophobia, maybe.
Then this short tale would not end so tragic, and they would have learnt that all love is magic.
And then we fade to a screen as desolate as their future together. Mind you, they could have found each other very fucking easily. There is one person in the whole of that world who could make fucking trees because there's no sunlight, and one who could make a lake of ice despite there being no rain. Just follow the trail, you stupid bitches! Grow a massive fucking tree or a huge tower of ice. One of them can look to the distance and be like, oh, there she is then. But they didn't do that because it's better to tell kids there's a problem and then imply there's no solution. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, don't be homophobic, hate everyone equally.